What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and sandwich makers? My name is Pwn. I am hanging out today. I am scared to fucking hell right now, dude. I am terrified of what I have to do today. Probably one of the hardest things in my life I've ever had to do, and I wanted to share this with you. To the hopes that maybe some of you have experienced this and can help me through it. And if not, it would be just maybe something that can help me feel better by just telling it. You know what I mean? It's one of the privileges of being able to do this YouTube thing. And I know a lot of people don't do this kind of thing. So this is not one of my standard commentaries, one of my goofy, silly ones or anything like that. For those that are looking for laughs, this is not that one. But I do encourage you guys to stay because you may be able to find some relief or value in the commentary itself. But this is going to be more along the lines of a real talk. I got a couple texts yesterday morning from my mom. And she texted me in the morning. That's right. I'm just not there in the morning. Currently AFK. Balls deep in my pillow in the morning. So I wake up, I give her a call, and she's like torn up. She's crying. She's out of it. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's wrong? And she told me that one of her coworkers, granddaughter actually, her 8-year-old girl, Mackenzie, just got diagnosed with bone cancer. And I just kind of froze. I've never had something like that happen close to me. I've never had family members like I've had distant family members that have had like lupus and leukemia and stuff like that. I've heard stories, but I've never had somebody close to me do this. And you're like, oh, this girl you don't know, she's not really close to you. She's going to be. And there's this thing. It's just this thing about me. And as soon as my mom told me, my reaction was not a standard one. My reaction was, God damn it, like disappointed because I've got so much on my plate right now in real life. But all of that pales in comparison to what I need to do for this girl now. I can't sit back. If I see somebody that needs help, if I see a family in need, I've got to do something to help them. It's just this impulse inside of me, this reaction that I need to help people. It sounds weird. It makes no sense. Because the world doesn't work that way. People don't do things for other people. It's really hard, and it's something that's fading from our world. Selfishness and greed is deeply rooted inside of us. So compassion is something that is folding, and that's something that I want to embed in my son and that my wife holds. And it's something, a characteristic about myself that I appreciate. So the reason I said, God damn it, when she told me that is because I know not everything on my plate right now is no longer relevant because I need to help this little girl out. She called me because she wanted me to help out. My mom knows I do things and try to raise money, charity, and stuff like that. But above all, she asked me to get this little girl a handheld. She asked me to buy one, but I don't have the money for that. Just don't have the funds. So, fortunate for me, though, I do have a Nintendo 3DS that I'm not using, and I'm going to give her that in a game of Pokemon, and I have some credit at GameStop to get a couple more games for her, because she's going to be in the hospital for a while. But little Mackenzie, she's 8 years old, and this tears me up. This is why this is so terrifying. This is rough for me, because my mom's going to go see her in the hospital today, Children's Hospital, cancer ward. My mom's going to go see her today. I don't think we're allowed directly in the cancer ward. We have to meet up in like a lobby or cafeteria, but we got to go see this little 8-year-old girl. And I don't know how you do that. And I don't know how you look a person in the eye, a child, and tell her it's going to be okay when it's about to be the hardest part of her life. I don't know how you reassure somebody and comfort them. She's terrified about the chemo right now. Not because of the pain, because an 8-year-old doesn't comprehend or understand what it is. Not because of the pain or the struggle or the after effects or the problems that she's going to go through, the weakness. She's worried about losing her hair. She's a little 8-year-old girl, little princess. And she's terrified of losing her hair. That is her fear through all of this. And that is innocence at its purest form. She is afraid of losing her hair. That is the one thing she's worried about. She's waiting results to find out. And I couldn't imagine as a father now. I'm right now, as I commentate, I'm looking at the second monitor, and it's just a picture of my son. He is my desktop wallpaper. He is my life. I would do anything in the world for him. And I think part of why I do things to help other people out is because if ever I was in need, if ever anything like this was to happen to me or my son, that I would be able to find a way, or that there would be a person out there that is the same kind of person that I am, that wants to help other people out, that can do something to help prepare my family or my son or do something good for him. And that's a scary thought. I look at him and I just see the innocence and the youth, and I think of her being 8 years old. She was having back and leg pain, and apparently they went in there and they did some research. Her arms have been hurting previously, but the doctors just bullshit around, had no clue what was going on. They went in there and they found a tumor in her shoulder. Apparently it ate away the bone, just completely withered away. They did a biopsy and they're waiting results. So, I mean, this family could be waiting on results to, whether or not it's something they can manage, whether or not they can counter it, whether or not chemo can take care of it, what kind of things they can do with it. But I'm a realistic person. I'm thinking if it's already spread and she's having back pain, it's spread. There's no like getting rid of the arm and trying to stop it. But either way, there's no good news. You know what I mean? I mean, her life, if there's a way to save her, that's good news. But I mean, there's no great thing. There's no good thing. I mean, if her living and going through chemo and all of that as an 8-year-old is the good news, that's really shitty. Like, really shitty. And that terrifies me because I've got to go look this little girl in her face today. And I've got to give her a present. I want to see her happy. But my mom has put me in charge of taking care of PayPal, setting up donations for this family. I wish I could just help all the kids in need. I do. And it's not that I don't care about adults. It's just children are precious. They haven't had the chance. They haven't made mistakes. They are innocent. They've not done anything wrong, and they have to deal with one of the hardest things in the world. And this is what bugs me so much, is we're so numb to the world right now and the struggles of other people. We're so occupied with what we do. We wake up, we get on, we play Battlefield, and we're worried about bug fixes, and EA being money whores. This little girl is about to go through something that we couldn't even fathom. And it scares the hell out of me that this could happen to my boy sometime. This is something that you can't prepare for. This is something that almost all of the population cannot handle. I mean, this is just not something we're made for, but this is what life is. This is trial. This is a test. And the only thing I can do to help this family out is use my position as who I am to try to raise money for it. And that scares me. I mean, there should be something more that we could do for this little girl, and I am like terrified right now. I have to go up to this hospital and do this, man. I don't like hospitals in the first place, but the reason I have to go up there is to see this little 8-year-old, and it scares the shit out of me, man. I mean, she's waiting on the news. Today may be the news where they find out exactly how bad it is. They're waiting on the results. They got about 40 minutes from now is when they're going to find out the results. And I can imagine being the father waiting, knowing that my kid just got diagnosed with cancer the day before, and to find out the day after, we're going to find out how serious it is, whether or not it's going to be something they can treat, whether or not she's going to die, live or die. How can you wait for news like that? And it scares me so much that that's how the world really is. So I guess I wanted to make this video because I'm not prepared for what I'm about to do today, and it scares me. And I'm willing to admit that I'm scared of what I got to do today. And I wanted to make this video to help you guys understand and appreciate that things like this could happen at any time. So if you have loved ones that you feel like you don't show enough attention to, do it. I mean, if you feel like you had a dog and all it does is sit in the back room all day long, it used to be your best friend, and you don't even so much as see it or lay with it anymore. I mean, these are the things that are going to matter later when things like this happen, because this is bound to happen to somebody you know. And I wish I could do more for this family. I wish I could do more for this girl, but I can't. And it makes me feel bad because I want to. So hopefully you've taken something away from this. My real hopes from this video is that you guys can learn to appreciate the world a little bit more, and that you could do more to help other people out yourselves. So even if you do not help this girl out right now and you do not donate to help her family out or anything like that, I still want you to do this for other people. This is important that we as people grow and become better and do not fall into chaos and selfishness. But my goal from this video was to teach you guys a little bit about it, in the hope that I would feel a little bit better. Maybe some of you guys have experienced this and can give me some advice or some motivation, or tell me how some of you guys have gotten through it. I don't know how to deal with it, but this girl's going to be a big part of my life now. And I don't have the funds to donate to her directly, but I do know what I'm going to be making over the next 3 months on Twitch is going to go directly to her family. So for those guys that do participate in live streams, go for that. I'll also be raising money for her via live streams as well. I know they're going to be pretty rough soon, but I mean, thinking as a father, what would I like to see? I mean, would I like to take my son if I know he's going to die, or if he's going to have some rough things ahead? Would I want to take my son on a vacation? Would I save it all for funds? I wouldn't know what I want to do. But we're going to figure that out in time. We're going to do our best to do this. And I hope you guys can take this and learn from it and use it and help others in need. If you guys would like to donate to help her out, if you'd like to help little Mackenzie out, the donation link will be down below. Do not feel bad if you can't. I mean, I feel bad because I don't have the money to do it, so I understand fully, and I know how the world is right now and how hard and tied up for money people are. But if you are well off and you have a couple extra bucks, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, I understand it. If you want to pitch in and help other ways, I mean, any articles, if you know anything about any other charities or other ways to help and get funds and financial help for this family, let me know. I mean, that is the goal right now, is to help this little girl out and to spread awareness and to spread help for other people that have situations like this. So thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you've learned a little bit from it. And I wish you guys a bright and healthy future. I wish you never have to experience something like this. So again, thank you guys for listening. Look forward to the live streams. Tune into those if you want to help out, and donate if you can. Either way, guys, have a great day. I will hopefully get another video up either later tonight or tomorrow. So stay moist, guys.